Yeah, the gothic not goth thing I can kind of understand, because that is something we've expressed an interest before in gothic literature and architecture and things like that. But when it comes to goth kind of and gothic rock music, that is something that originally we didn't expect at all, and now it's the first thing that we expect to be asked about. And it's still, well, I say somewhat of a mystery, but obviously although we don't listen to any music like that particularly, like I said, I don't. I know Rachel's into a bit of it, but it comes up so often I can't really sit here and deny that there's obviously something about the music we make and people who are into that kind of music, there's something there that they like, but I just don't know. I don't know very much about it. So we're often asked, like, how do you feel, like, kind of this, do you feel like part of a gothic revival? I'm not at all comfortable at the helm of something like that, or even just being involved in it, because I've got very little understanding of that kind of music.
Anyone embracing your music and listening to your music is fantastic, and it's very much appreciated. But it was it certainly wasn't something that we expected, and yeah, it's a strange one. Because like you say, you can't, it's impossible to deny it must exist, but how and why it exists is the real mystery. It's not a sort of a scene or a musical genre that we sort of immerse ourselves in that way.
It's important to say that, though, that whilst it may not be part of, and it may not be an inspiration or an influence on us making music, I don't really mind what it reminds people of, how they want to describe it. If they're into it, then that's cool, and it doesn't really matter to me what if they can connect with it on a personal level. That's what's important, not how you'd classify it. So it's a good thing.
I think personally, and I think I speak for the three of us as well, but that's something that's always been at the forefront of our minds when we've written music together, is that we've wanted to take people outside of things and to create music that is that does transport you and has that sense of escapism, and I think the essence of what we try and do is hopefully to move people in some way and to evoke a reaction, even if they hate it, or but to have that kind of effect is what we're aiming to do. And I think by creating that kind of an immersive environment in the world, which is what we've always tried to do with really early stage setups when we had a kind of artifacts decorating the stage, or to do as well as having a hand in what merchandise we have, the kind of our videos, our websites, everything, to try and make it cohesive and for people to join us and to share this experience with us, and to have it as a whole kind of, sounds pretty grand, but a consuming environment. I think because that for the three of us, again, I think the bands that we really love have achieved that. So that's something that we're aiming for. To have that whole world that they create. I think that's why I love music, is because especially when on headphones when I'm walking along, or especially we're in the van and we're traveling around these amazing landscapes, and if you find the right song that's the perfect soundtrack for that, and everything makes sense, and it's like, wow, this is it's perfect, and that's why I want to make music, is to try and create that. So yeah.